Good morning, everybody. Good morning. This is the lovely Levi. Huh? Yeah. You are watching Coffee with the Critters. I was just trying to think this morning. I've been doing this for, let's see, May, June, July, August, 12, 13, 14, 15 months. Every Sunday morning I've been with you for the past 15 months. That's a long time. This is Levi, our education deaf dog, deaf Old English Bulldog, and we're sharing our allergies this morning. And then here you're with Rico, our 12-year-old education umbrella cockatoo. Can you say hi? He's like, don't even think about it. And there you see Rocky, our 19-year-old Moluccan cockatoo. Who I talked a lot about last weekend, right, Rock? Good morning, Carol. I saw Ray was patiently waiting. There's Murray, our green wing 12-year-old. Quince, or what's your name? Suki, hiding behind a toy. Whee! There, speak of the devil. Have no idea. You wanna go to your perch? Go to your station. Come here. Good girl. No idea how old she is, because you know why? We found her outside several years ago. Just flying around. We've got Ollie and Butters in here. Our budgies back there on the perch. Good morning, Lindsay. Good morning, Nicole. And let's see, Levi will be 3 years old in October. I'm going to show you out here. Look what we got going on out here. Pup, pigeon, and pig, all foraging. Gave them a job to do this morning. So they're all down on the ground foraging for food. Willie, she's like, no, not my type of foraging. But yeah, isn't that a beautiful thing? I love seeing animals that have jobs to do. That was one of my talks last weekend. Good morning, Ray, there she is. And Christine. Okay, let's get this party started. Hey everybody, good morning. Lara Joseph, owner of the Animal Behavior Center. We are an international educational center where we teach people online via live streams about animal behavior training and enrichment using positive reinforcement and applied behavior analysis. I forgot. Quincy's birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Quincy. She's 3. What an awesome dog. I don't know if I told you this story, but oh, we have, good morning, Sharon. We have an extra critter with us this week. Not sure if you guys know that, but I will show you in a minute. But Quincy's story, I don't know if I've ever told anybody. Good morning, Sue. Good morning, guys. Hey, Amanda. Let's see, I put my Dalmatian down 8, 9 years ago. Can't remember. Unfortunately, I remember the day. But I don't know. He was just the love of my life until I got this one. He is the absolute love of my life, and he knows it. But anyways, yeah, no, I put my Dalmatian down 8, 9 years ago, and I told my husband before I put him down, I said, I will always have a dog. I will always have a dog. So, yes, Carol, he's here. He's right over my shoulder, right there. Told my husband I will always have a dog. Oh, the crow is foraging. Anyways, looks like he's falling off his perch, but no, he's reaching in front of a twig in front of him with a Cheerio on it. Anyways, told my husband I would always have a dog, and once I put Corbin down, I didn't have a dog for 8 years. I couldn't do it. I mourned very long, very hard. Imagine that, right? But anyways, yeah, I mourned Corbin's death for at least 3 years. Even when we moved in this place 4 years ago, I hung his picture, I still cry. So then I got Quincy here 3 years ago. And then, hey Diane, it was so good to see you last week, Diane, cheers. I got Quincy 3 years ago, and then Levi came in right behind her. 2 puppies at the same time. Everybody called me, do you know you're not supposed to raise 2 puppies at the same time? And I said, yeah, I always do things I'm not supposed to do. If I lived within my comfort zone, I wouldn't have the Animal Behavior Center, because this is the hardest thing I have ever done before in my life. And this morning I told my husband when I got up, I was like, ouch, that hurt. When I got up, I said, every morning, every Sunday morning, coffee with the critters. Gotta do it. There's people that get upset if I'm not on here doing coffee with the critters. But I enjoy it. Anyways, Sundays are my days here by myself, and and I love it. It's very hard. Look at Suki, she's so cute. It's very hard having your pets being education animals. But hey, I still have fun with them. Got to get other people interacting with them. It's good for the animals. Good morning, the awesome Mia. There's Karen. Mia is a dog trainer around the Cleveland area, a fantastic one as well. Living outside your comfort zone is more fun anyways. Yes, I've always, good morning, Marietta. I've always lived outside my comfort level, and I've always pushed boundaries. I always push boundaries, and I always question, I always question people. Right, Rico? Right. So, anyways, I picked this mug today since I just saw Jason last week. He bought it for me a while ago. There's my awesome niece, Andrea, from Las Vegas. Good morning, Mano. Mano is a wildlife rehabber. Can't remember where you're at, Mano. I think it's Johnstown, Ohio. I can't remember. But anyways, let me introduce you to, and there's Chris. Good morning, Chris. I love having seen you guys every Sunday morning. Let me flip this around. Here is our newest resident. This is Kronos, the African pied crow, here from Indian Creek Zoo for training. Yes, and this is our mess that we've got to clean up because Molly's back there somewhere. Howdy, good morning, Eva. Yes, so my job today is to, what was that all about? My job today is to enrich everybody and clean this place. And I am going to put, I don't know if you guys remember, but I used to have a training table right here. I'm gonna put it, good morning, Lori. I'm going to put it back in here because when that training table is here, I have dogs on it and a pig on it, and we are training, and I put birds on it. We're just gonna have to rearrange something here because, ooh, somebody's vocalizing. What? He is settling in so nicely. I'll tell you what, we are contemplating getting a raven. I've contacted somebody. I've been doing my research on ravens for 9 years. And Kronos is here for training. He was supposed to be here a year ago. See what he's doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? If you guys haven't watched my live stream yesterday on Kronos, you should go watch it because it started off with him vocalizing. And that's exactly what he's doing right now. So I've been doing my research for quite a while, and we have plans in getting a raven in here next year. But Kronos is here for training. Come here. He's talking. I don't know if you guys can tell. What do you think? Yeah, I think I'm ready. I just need to make sure. I mean, when I get an animal, you guys know how I am. I get real high anxiety if that animal is in captivity and not enriched through being able to make its own choices, have a feeling of control, and increasing complexities. So that is the reason I don't have a raven. When I opened up this center, when I first bought it 4 years ago, we had Maggie, the American crow, from Nature's Nursery. This is my third corvid. So we had Pete the blue jay from Nature's Nursery as well. What do you think? So I'm just watching him closely. Anyways, you guys got any questions for me today? Figured I'd do a Q&A. Oh, what's this? They're like Coffee with the Critters. We need trained. Somebody train us. Anyways, figured I'd do a Q&A today. I haven't done one in quite a while, and I remember it was a lot of people brought their questions. But so if you guys don't have any, I'll gladly talk about some things. We have our October event coming up. If you are not signed up, we got a lot of people signing up. A lot of great speakers. You can go on our website, theanimalbehaviorcenter.com. This is a behavior we're talking about. I can tell you a behavior issue that's going on here. We have enough animals here that behavior issues happen all the time. And we expect behaviors to happen all the time. Can you hear somebody vocalizing behind me? Hey, Kim, Stacy. Okay. How to keep cats from scratching carpet. I was just talking to a client about this yesterday. She has 3 cats, and she definitely she wants me training and interacting with them. And I always tell people that is one animal that is not my specialty. But the first thing I asked her was, I looked at the areas they're scratching, and I'm like, what need is that scratching fulfilling? Okay, is it that particular area? What I would do is try to find the reinforcer behind the scratch in the first place, and then, hey Stacy, Christine, try to find the reason. No matter what the behavior is, try to find the reason behind the behavior. There you will find the reinforcer, why the animal is giving you that behavior. And then, if it's an undesired behavior, try to redirect it. Find the reason why that behavior is happening, and then give them an appropriate place to do it. A place appropriate, what does that mean? A place where you both can, the animal can still have the behavior and you can both still live happily. That's what I would do. Redirect the behavior and make it so easy for that behavior to happen in the area that you want. So I know somebody had another question. Stacy says, what's the best way to introduce animals to each other, especially ones that don't get along? Boy, these are questions that I was just addressing this week with a client. What I do, we've introduced animals here together. Well, actually, we've got 2 in there that we're introducing. What I do when I first introduce an animal, 2 animals, I'm doing it with these 2, okay? I don't know if you guys are following along that I'm reintroducing these 2 together and having them out together. These 2, they're not necessarily going to be out together, but they need to live. I do plan on getting 1 out at a time. You guys know I have several animals out there together. I have Cello and Willie live out there together. What I do is I'll introduce them to each other at a distance. At a distance where they're still showing calm behavior. That's where I always start. Start where you still see the behavior you want to see increase, and then slowly introduce to the animals, depending on what animals they are. Like the 2 dogs that we were working with this week, we did let them in the same room together, but I'm closely paying attention to body language. And sometimes put a gate in between, so if an accident happens and you misread body language, at least they couldn't get to each other. That's pretty, and it's all individualized. It's all individualized situation. Like with these 2, it's kind of like having 2 dogs together with a grate. What I do is, I don't know if you guys have seen this. I have it on video where I document, but I will put Rocky on one arm. Rico goes on this perch, but Rocky's out here, and I'll give both a treat. Now, that's just with them. With some animals, I would not introduce them to each other with food involved. But these 2 particular ones, I did. and then I reinforce calm behavior here, calm behavior on my arm, and then slowly get them closer together, and then I deliver a treat to him with Rocky standing right there, and I'm making sure I am seeing complete calm behavior. And then the next step I do is introduce them in a very large area, so there's plenty of room for the animals to get away and walk away. So anyways, hopefully that helps you with that. So anyways, looks like everybody's responding to the cat question. Like I was saying here, let me know if you guys have any more questions. What I was saying here, hey Levi, am I cruel? We have animals here that we always have behavior issues, so I'm always watching for them. And like my blog post that went out in a newsletter last week, I think, I don't believe in the terrible twos. I don't believe in it, and I don't get stuck that is a label, because sometimes, so many times I see people just pass things off, oh, it's just the terrible twos, and they don't interact with the animal. Do not get stuck in that rut, because I've never had terrible twos with any of the animals here, because when they're learning, those are prime ages of when the animal is learning, and they're learning information that they're going to carry with them for the rest of their life. The longer you let a behavior issue go and you don't change it, the longer that history of reinforcement, and the longer it's going to take you to change that behavior. So, I mean, Levi's still in his, his terrible twos? There's nothing terrible about him. Mano has a question about the level 2 membership, as I want to be involved in watching you work on the Crow project. Yeah, let me explain to you guys what the Crow project is. I'll be able to access training sessions via video if not seen it live. Yes. So, let me explain what the Crow project is. If you guys are not aware of, we do have an online membership, level 1, level 2. Level 2, what the Crow project is I will do at least 1 live stream a week, at least. I'm probably going to be more like 3 to 4 a week. So what I'm doing is it shows you, and I'm turning a lot of my live streams, they're Facebook live streams, but they're private. You guys can't see them unless you're a member. But what I do is turn on my camera, bam, and I had my first live stream with the Crow project yesterday. So what it is you guys are with me when I'm training that crow at least once a week, and you are seeing all the steps I'm taking. We did our first one last night. It was pretty good. I got some good stuff on there. So he's vocalizing more. Anyways, yes, if you go to the website, there's not as much. I need to revamp the membership because we've added so much more to the level 2 than what's on there. A lot of our live streams, I'm testing Facebook right now. I've been doing the live streams in the membership via Facebook, so you guys are already on here. You just have to be invited. And Chris is a member as well. He's in level 2. I think I've got several people in here. Nicole, I think you emailed me last night about level 2 and a bump from level 1, level 2. Yep, I'll get back to you on that. So yeah, anyways, I take you with me, all my steps, and you get to see everything, how I teach a target, how I teach a station, how I'm identifying reinforcers, all that. That is level 2 membership to the Animal Behavior Center. That is the Crow project. Okay, let's see. Lots of questions. Mano, does that help you? So yes, and they're all recorded. So if you do not get to join the live stream, I record them and then I upload them to, you can still watch them on Facebook, or I also upload them to the membership site on the Animal Behavior Center. So everything is there. You've got a whole year of videos, watching videos where I train at least once a week in level 2. Let's see. Eva, what do you use in a foraging toy for a bird who tends to swallow paper? Don't use paper. Don't use paper. The blue toy that I used with Molly. I don't remember the blue toy I used with Molly. If I'm going to use a foraging toy, whenever I introduce any type of toy, like I'm going to start, putting different types of enrichment in Kronos's cage. You guys know we're working with enrichment with the lemur. How I do it, and enrichment will be part of the membership as well. I love that. Anyways, what I do when I introduce any new toy to an animal, even her, that's right, Rock, Bulldozer, is I watch how they interact with it. And I am sitting right there with them until, that's right, Rocky, I'm sitting right there with them watching every single thing they're doing and making sure, because there's only been a couple of times, but there's been a couple of things that I will not. Rico will eat paper. There's a certain type of paper, like a crepe paper. He likes to get his spit and sit there and string it back and forth, and so it snaps back in his mouth onto a piece of paper. But then I thought, are you eating that paper? And I just don't put it in anymore. We use a lot of different toys, a lot of different toy parts. I'm going to have to be very careful with him. I'm going to watch him. Okay, let's see. Could you speak more about a learned behavior and how it can be unlearned? Christine, okay. A learned behavior. So this is when I interact with a behavior. I'm always observing behavior because behavior is always happening. Even if the dog is sleeping, behavior is happening. What is the dog doing? It's resting. It's laying there motionless except for the breathing. And I talked last week, even when an animal's not doing anything in its cage, I need that animal doing something in its cage. I'm always watching for behavior and what the animals are doing, because right when they start, and then I look, I'm like, is the behavior issue, can this turn into an issue? And then I pay attention, and if I see it starting to turn into an issue, that's when I interact. I do, like I've said before, once the animal learned it, it's learned it. It's learned that it brings a desired consequence or an undesired consequence to that animal. It doesn't matter if we want the animal to do it or not. If it brings a desired consequence to the animal, they've already learned it, and they're going to go back and probably do it again. The quicker you can intervene, the quicker it's going to take you to change it. I always find out when an animal is looking at something like that, what is he looking at? Pigeon? What is he looking at and why? Because you identify the reinforcer. Something, counter conditioning is what you have to do once an animal's already learned a particular behavior. Like a lot of like fear responses, there's a lot of counter conditioning. You have to reshape and desensitize the consequence from that behavior. We do a lot of that here, unfortunately. Okay, I know I got a lot of questions building up, I'm sorry. Chris has a question on stationing, with subject successfully stationing with highest value treat. A child walks in the room and instantly bird no longer interested in stationing. How can I get my blue and gold to stop wanting to attack small people? Chris, you've asked me that question before in the membership. What's up, Rock? Number one, there's a case of counter conditioning. Always work with, that's why I tell you guys, build your list of What? Very good, Rock. Build your list of reinforcers. That's what I'm doing right now with Rocky. So not only is it I'm working with several reinforcers right now with Rucker. Peekaboo. What I'm saying, my tone of voice, peekaboo, Rocky. My proximity to him, those are all reinforcers. Repeating what he's saying, that could be a reinforcer. How do I know if it's a reinforcer? If the behavior maintains or increases. If you see, even undesired behavior, if you see an undesired behavior happen twice, pay close attention to it. It could be reinforced. If you see it happen 3 times, that behavior is being reinforced. What's reinforcing it? So Chris, build your list of reinforcers. Do you have a list of 10 reinforcers? I try to tell everybody, build your list of reinforcers up to 10. Write them down. And then don't plan on them always staying the same. Just because a pine nut works for Rico here right now, that can change if I move Rico out there. I'm always pre-planning with my list of reinforcers. Attention is a huge one. So for example, what's up, Rico? When the volunteers go in and work in Rocky's cage, we will take, that's why we do this. We have large foot toys this is more for Murray, not for Rocky, but we'll put together large foot toys like this to occupy long periods of time. Now this toy could be an enrichment, a reinforcer, but the animal gets this at no other time but at that particular behavior. So that way, I mean, Rocky, you can come down and chase us on the ground while we're cleaning your cage, or boom, you haven't had this in 3 days, you know, or you haven't had this since this time yesterday. So the animal does not satiate on the reinforcer. Karen, not sure if you addressed this yet since I jumped in here last minute. What do you use in a foraging toy for? Okay, Karen, you're just saying, never mind, I see what's happening. Good, Mano, you're going to be joining the Animal Behavior Center membership today. Yay, good to have you on there. Mano, let me tell you, the level 2 memberships, it's for people really serious about behavior. It's really people really serious about training. So there are a lot of companion animal owners. There are several different wildlife rehab centers in level 2 membership. There are a lot of professional dog trainers in the level 2 membership. So I think you're gonna really like it, Mano. Yes, Molly is still here. Oh, Karen, you're oh, I see what you're doing. Hey, Deb. Sorry, I'm scrolling back through your guys' comments. Karen is acting as my moderator in here. Thank you, Karen. Anyways, okay. That reminds me, we have some live streaming classes getting ready to start this week that have been in beta testing mode, and I've got some of my beta testers in here. Yay! I'm gonna publish them live this week. Small sessions. Anyways, Karen Pratt is gonna be my moderator. So we're doing live stream training sessions, but they're on parrots. We'll have some on deaf dogs, and we'll have some on pigs. And Karen is my moderator. Okay, Mano, I think I'm catching up. I'll just start paying attention to Karen if you're going to be the moderator on here, Karen. So at some time you take the foot toy away. What I do, like we'll do this with Quincy, because Quincy, we're working on a barking issue with her, which is going fabulously. Thank you, and thanks for a tip from Deb Jones. It's working great. What we'll do is I don't take the foot toy away from the animal, because if the foot toy or the animal is engaged with that toy, if I go up and take that toy away, it could cause frustration. I don't. I time the toy. That toy is going to last how long? Hey, Amanda. That toy is going to last as long as I need it to. And then, But yeah, even if I walk out of the enclosure and the animal still has the toy, they can have it. I'm gonna let them get full of it, and then once I see it sitting there and the animal has walked away, I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna scoop it up. Hey, Aaron, there's another member. The reason I'm going to scoop it up is because it puts value on contingency. The animal sees the toy come out again, and this is what happens with training too. Kronos, he's sitting here staring at me like, are you coming in? Are you coming in? This is behavior I want to see, guys. We put, for those of you that were here the other day, we put that perch there on purpose, and look who was just using it so they can stare in the bird room. So I'm identifying with him. Socialization is a reinforcer, and I use it. And so I'm always watching him, even if it's over my shoulder in this live stream. Yep, I'm watching behavior. My point in, that's why, let's see, here we have one right here. When I work with somebody on the target stick, we did this in a pig live stream for Amanda. I don't know if you saw that. Look what happened. As soon as I pull out this target stick, the animals will start looking and they'll come running. The reason is because there's contingency here. Quincy, can you touch the stick? Good. So now I better deliver that reinforcer. Nice job. Thank you. So a kiss could be a reinforcer. But anyways, when I pull out the target stick, hey Donna, when I'm doing a session with somebody, they're like, and I'll come back the next time, or I meet them online the next time, they're like, oh my God, the target stick is like the magic wand. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because I always tell everybody, but that's good. I mean, keep thinking that. Because that means you're training correctly. Or using positive reinforcement and understanding applied behavior analysis. Let me tell you why the target stick is, people think it is the magic wand, is because I always tell people, and this is true with your stations as well, if you have a mobile station, such as a carpet square that you throw down on the ground. Like right here, that is not a mobile station, that's a permanent one. Put it away when you're not using it. Because if you put that target stick away, put it where the animal cannot see it or cannot engage with it. Because when it comes back out again, they're like, woo, I know what happens. Good things happen when the target stick comes out here. So I'm watching this behavior right here. Okay? Okay? I'm paying attention to that. I'm sitting here doing this live stream. I'm watching what's going on. What's her body language look like? Guess who will never meet the crow? Quincy. Yeah, so the contingency is there. And then the contingency is there with your crates too, for animals who are afraid of crates. The crate only comes out when it's time to go to the vet. And the animal gets high anxiety, frustration, fear, all these things, because the crate doesn't come out at any other time, right? So it's working the same as the magic, or the target stick. Rocky. That's right, Rock. Deb Jones, there's your boyfriend. What are you doing? Such a chucklehead. What are you doing, Rock? Hi, guys. There you go. Hi, Rocky. I'll take you back there, Deb. Hi, Rocky. What you thinking, Rocky? Somebody wants to see you. Somebody wants to see you, Rocky. Your girlfriend's on here. What you thinking, Rock? What you thinking, Rock? So yeah, to talk back about, hey Deb, maybe I can do show you how we're progressing with the foot target. Rocky. But what I was saying is, hi Rocky. That's right. we are working with Rocky on the tone of his talk and what he says. Rocky, because that is so freaking adorable, I can't even stand it. Right, Rock? Geez, you got a bead in your mouth. Say hi, Deb. Your girlfriend's on here. What's she doing, Rock? See, now he's not used to a camera being thrown in his face this quick. I still see you. You want to come down here? So Deb Jones is on here. She's another awesome, fantastic. Let me get my treat. Hi, Rock. You want to come down? She's another awesome, fantastic dog trainer. Those of you that have been to the October event last year know her. Oh, Lindsay says, yeah, we're trying to teach Rocky to say octopus. Because is an octopus in our future? I am here to tell you, yes, it is. That's all I'm saying. What you thinking, Rock? What? That's not for you. Will you eat a pine nut? Identify a reinforcer? Yep. Okay. Will you eat a pine nut? Sure. Okay. Yeah, so what I was talking about with the contingency, with the crate, and Rocky, you want to come down here? Contingency with the crate and the target stick. They come out at no other time, so it's a clear line of communication to that animal what is getting ready to happen. So this is what Deb Jones started. We were talking about, okay, perch. Make it super simple for the animal to give you the behavior you're looking for. This is his training perch. Good. And we were talking, can you drop your bead? He's got a bead in his mouth. No. Can you drop it? He'll do it if I'm in the cage. I just stick my hand underneath. I just don't like to feed him with a bead in his mouth. He does know how to drop it on cue. Can you drop it? Okay. Here's another way I could get him to drop it on cue. Nope. It's still in his mouth. Good. Okay. So this is a behavior good that Deb Jones started teaching, and he's supposed to put his foot on that block. Sorry, I got a client texting me. Oh man, and we got the bead. Good. Okay, go on. So he's supposed to put his foot on that block because we're training a nail trim. Okay? So I can set myself up for success. Can you touch? I haven't done this in a couple weeks, Deb. Can you touch? Good. Touch? Touch? Good. So a couple of things are happening. I need to get this reinforcer to him as quick as possible. Hang on, let me get my tripod. That's not gonna work either. Darn it. And I'm gonna frustrate my animal. Okay, let's just keep going with this. Can you touch? So I'm giving him using a prompt, which is my finger. Good. Deb Jones started this. I need to get that reinforcer to him as quick as possible to be his most effective. Touch. Good. You look down to the bowl. Condition reinforcer. Touch. Touch. Take a step back. Touch. I'm doing something that's frustrating him, I can tell. And I can easily poison this really quick and turn this into an aversive if I don't try to identify the reinforcer behind his frustration here. Can you touch? Good. Let's see if I'm gonna do exactly like Deb did. So she was treating in the bowl. Touch. Okay. Doing something different because he's coming off his perch. Touch. And I gotta figure it out quickly or he's gonna get frustrated. Touch. Good. It could be Can you touch? I think I'm screwing it up because I'm not paying attention because of with the camera. Touch? Ah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm screwing this up somehow. Can you touch? Good. I'm gonna end the session before I ruin the behavior. Nice job, Rock. Let's see, and I better make it well worth his while or I'm gonna frustrate him. Does that make sense? I think he does too, Deb. I had to walk away. So this is something Deb was training about a month ago when she was here. Deb Jones right there. You think he likes it in the bowl the best. I think you might be right. Because did you see when I said conditioned reinforcer? Before I gave the treat to him, he was leaning down to the bowl. So I think you're probably right. Anyways, I chose to walk away because I could tell, I mean, he knows this. We have worked on this. And Deb Jones, I talked about you last week at the conference because I showed a video clip of me training that. My point was showing off-contact training, how you can still build a relationship with an animal without touching it. And it did beautifully. And I said it was Deb Jones that trained this behavior. Anyways, does that make sense? So many animals that we work with don't like to be touched, especially Mano in your position, Aaron in your field of work. So don't touch them. I mean, they don't need to be touched. Thanks. Good choice in taking a break. I needed to walk away because I bet you a couple of things were going wrong there. I wasn't providing reinforcement fast enough. That's why I walked away to get the tripod. The reason I didn't do it is because I'd have to turn sideways. Oh, I guess I could have done it. And I didn't think it would convey by turning the camera sideways. So I chose to go back and train anyways because I could tell his frustration was going to get really high if I didn't continue the training session. And he's doing flips in his cage. Those are abnormal repetitive behaviors I was talking about last weekend, usually due to happens in confinement and out of frustration and anxiety, not getting to being able to get to, for the animal to get to what it wants to get to. Anyways, let's see. Yeah, so did you see the signs were so small with Rocky? I think because I had to keep changing hands that was holding the camera, that was a long enough time coming in between the reinforcer, I could tell was starting to frustrate him. So maybe I'll get a video of me doing it on a tripod and show you guys. Yeah, so I do not want to pair myself with frustration or anxiety, because I will be training something completely different if I do. That's why I just walked away, because before I take this behavior that is well trained and totally screw it up, I'm going to walk away before I screw it up, and I'll come back and try to identify. I think I know why he was getting frustrated, so I'll come back at a later time. I'll record that and post it here for you guys. Okay. Any other questions? Let's see. But what I was going to say, look what shows up on my watch. Can you guys see that? That's one of the ostriches out at the zoo. So I'll get high rates of frustration with Puzzles, the giraffe, as well, in our foot target. And I tried training him this week with a different tool. And I could see frustration coming out if I don't get the reinforcer to him fast enough. And Deb Jones, that was you that suggested that to me as well. And you were correct. That's why I like to train now with 2 people, but I don't always have somebody there to deliver the reinforcer. So, hey Diana. There's Diana. She's coming to our October event. Aren't you, Diana? Because your name looks really familiar. So anyways, if there's no other questions, something I was going to do is maybe I'll do a live stream on it today for those of you that are level 2 members. Kronos has been here. Today is his second day. I need to clean his cage. I have not cleaned it yet because I'm giving him time to get acclimated. He's got to listen to dogs barking. He's got to see a pig running around the center. He's got a vulture that swoops and flies by those windows in front of him. He's got behind here, he's got numerous different people that he's not familiar with. He sees the parrots. Hi guys, what you doing, Rock? My tone of voice is a reinforcer. That's why I talk like that, because it works for Rocky. And something I tell people, and even Mano, if you're still on here, hi, Rocky. I never, so many times, yes, Kronos is here, Aaron. Hi, Rocky, what you doing? So many times people want to volunteer here, and they're like, I'll just clean a cage. I'm like, oh, no, you won't. No. Only my best trainers and the ones that are the best in observing behavior are the ones that go in the cage. Good boy, Rock. Because, hi, if I've worked a long time on changing behavior and I get it to that point where I want it for the best interest of the animal, guess what I just did? I just cued another nail trim. Damn it. Hi, Rocky, what are you doing? So I don't want to train this behavior. So let me go in and show you what I'm going to do instead. Hey, look, what's on the floor? Yeah. I don't want to frustrate Rocky. I walk back here, not paying attention. I don't want to frustrate Rocky, so I'm going to quickly redirect. And get him away from that block. Never put treats in his bowl, but I am training, whether you realize it or not. Here's a foraging toy we use all the time. So this is something we use when I was talking earlier about giving the dog a toy to redirect behavior. There's a way to do it with a parrot. And I'm going to get out of here, but I want to show you. So this is a level of complexity. He has to pick it up. That's why it's hanging low. We started him off with a 1-inch PVC tube. We've now moved down to 1/2 inch, and he's got to tip that just the right direction in order for the treats to come out. There's another toy that we make for them. He's got this. See how he keeps manipulating it? So I chose to put the treats here to get him away from there so I could go put the treats in there, because if he gets frustrated, he's gonna bite. I do not want that behavior reinforced. I've worked a long time to get him to not bite. And how I got him to not bite, nice job, Rock. You did so good. Here, have some more. And we talked about this at the conference last weekend too. Now I'm gonna get out of here, because if I keep staying in here, I'm gonna be cueing behavior. And if I don't pick up on it, or I can't, I'm gonna have a frustrated bird. Screaming and biting will happen. There's some Murray love for you, Aaron. Yeah, can we call him a blockhead if he's got a block on his head? But these are the types of toys we make for him. Parrots are social animals. They like to alloprene each other. He can't do it because he's in his cage by himself. So we provide him toys where he can preen himself. And that's exactly what he's doing. If I go in the cage, I'm going to punish that behavior, he'll stop. So we can officially call him a blockhead, right? But we were talking last week, I let my animals tell me no. Rocky, I clearly, and I did it through contingency, is Rocky will hit me on the shoulder with his beak. He'll just pound his beak lightly on my shoulder, and that means no. That's Rocky telling me no. So whatever I'm doing, if he hits my shoulder like that, I'll stop. And I want him, I do that consistently, and he also will take, if he wants to move a certain direction, I've taught him to grab my shirt and pull in the direction he wants to go. So that way, he has choice, he has control. He has control. I will allow animals to train me too, because I want them to know they have choice and control in their life. I once taught Inyo, the Harris hawk, contingencies. I was going to talk about this in my talk last week, but I totally ran out of time. I have it in a presentation somewhere, and I believe I presented it at the International Wildlife Rehabilitators Conference a couple years ago. He had 3 spots on his perch. I don't care what animal this is. I do this with all animals. If you guys, level 2 members, you saw my live stream last Wednesday where I taught a monkey off contact. Contingent, you have choices in your cage. You go to certain areas in your cage, certain things will happen. That is how I give an animal choice and control in an animal that I cannot touch. So Inyo was a Harris hawk that we were trying to teach. Frustration, I told you that was gonna start. We taught him 3 different places on your perch are contingent. You have control. He got nervous when people came in his enclosure. So this is a hawk that was nervous with people coming in his enclosure. And what was I trying to teach him to do? Fly to my glove. We eventually got it. But what I did was show him, if you stay on this part of your perch, that we'll keep walking towards you. If you move off your perch, it means we'll stay in here, we'll stop moving, but we'll stay in here. If you fly to the far end of your perch, we leave. And we made all of that. Wherever he went was contingent on what we would do. What we would do was contingent on where he would go in that enclosure. That was so cool, and I have it on video, and you can see it progressing. And it was me and 2 other trainers. I was like, hey, let's teach Inyo that he has control over us. And it was so cool. It happened in a matter of 3 minutes, and then pretty soon it reminded me of Tom Hanks on the movie Big, where they're playing chopsticks with their feet on the piano. Pretty soon, Inyo's like, step off the perch, step on the perch, step off, step on, step off. And so we were like, go forward, go back, go forward, go back, stay, leave, come in. He figured it out that quick. And I remember that I sat there, and believe it or not, I started crying because I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. I love seeing him that empowered. Anyways, yeah, so then instead of being fearful of people coming up to his enclosure, he started getting excited. Because he's like, oh, wait, look how I can make these people jump around like a hot potato. Anyways, yeah, it was really cool. I'll do that. Maybe I incorporate that with Kronos, the African pied crow. What you thinking, Rico? So I can tell behavior's getting ready to start, so put it on cue. You want to do a somersault? You want to do a somersault for everybody? Ready? Yay! Good job! Good job, Rico! Nice job! So for him, his tone of voice, clapping, yay! Attention. Attention is a major reinforcer of so many animals. If it wasn't, that is why so many animals lose their homes, because people unknowingly reinforce undesired behavior. It is why the shelters are filled to the roof. Right, Rocky? Rocky? What? Yes. Anyways, I think that's a good note to end on. It's 10 o'clock. I'm going to go play with my animals, and I'm going to go train a crow. And Rocky! Yes. So, hi, Rocky. Say bye, Deb. Say love you, Deb. So anyways, yeah. Hi. Couple of things. Our October event is 2 months away. We still have a lot of people signing up. We have maybe 2 spots left in the zoo tour. This is our first year. It is a... Thanks, Deb. This is our first year. It is a 4-day event. We've turned it from 2 to 4. Also, I want to let you know, Friday, we need to announce this week. Friday, the first day after the workshop, we are doing a wine and canvas. So at 4 o'clock on the Friday of the event, after the workshop, we're breaking out canvases. We're popping open some bottles of wine, and we're going to paint. Everybody is going to paint one of the animals here. Hi, Rock. It's $45 per person for the wine and canvas, and all proceeds go to deafdogsrock.com. Every year I raise money for charities, deafdogsrock.com. This year it's also going to be for the Indonesian Parrot Project. So those of you that have seen the cockatoos being smuggled and shoved in pop bottles, yes, that woman, I am flying her here to talk. She's got a lot of information, a lot of really good information. There's several different speakers. You can go to the animalbehaviorcenter.com, look under schedule events. You'll see that one pop up. 2 full days of speakers, and then a zoo tour. You're painting Rocky. Deb, I tried to get Rocky to be the one painted. Maybe we'll do another one, and we'll paint Rocky. But unfortunately, we've got 3 contestants of which one to paint. And it's either going to be Rico, Milo, or Levi. She painted all 3 and showed me, and we're just judging which one. Maybe I put it up there for everybody to pick. Did you almost fall in your food dish? I don't know why I find that funny. Second thing, so yeah, our October event. If you're not, I see several people on here that will be here. If you're... Go to the animalbehaviorcenter.com and reserve your spot. It is 4 full days. You don't have to be here, for all 4 days, but I guarantee you once you come here, you're going to want to be here for all 4 days. On the zoo tour, you will see me doing all these things you guys hear me talking about. You're going to see me training Puzzles, the foot target. You're going to see me training Mona, the monkey, the off contact. Deb's seen some of this. You're going to see me training Micaiah, the macaque that I am deathly afraid of, and I'm teaching him different things. Working on resource guarding. You're going to see the animals here. You're going to get to meet people that are on here that you guys have not met before. Anyways, so come sign up. Get on the animalbehaviorcenter.com. We're 2 months away. We are on a countdown. Second thing, I'm going to start live streaming online classes this week. I'm pushing for Thursday or Friday. I will be giving a free sample. And if you're not on our email newsletter list, I will let you know. I will let everybody know in an email when those classes start. So if you're not on it, you can sign up at the animalbehaviorcenter.com. There was something else I was going to tell you too, but I already forgot what it was. Imagine that. Squirrel. I think it was about the Crow Project. If you want to be the membership, you're going to see me training, live stream training Kronos the Crow, and it will all be recorded. And therefore you to, hey, thanks, Lindsay. Lindsay put up our website, theanimalbehaviorcenter.com. There's our moderator, Karen, the awesome manager here at the center. You guys, I hope you make the October event. Like we said here, it will be an experience. It's an experience, okay? And you, hopefully, if it's okay with the zoo, we are training Molly. Get up here, Molly. Everybody wants to see you. We are training Molly, trying to get her ready to come out and meet everybody at the October event. Okay? That's our, well, it was going to be a surprise. It's not anymore. All right, guys. Have a great rest of your day. I'm going to go play with my animals. See ya. Thanks for joining. Have a great Sunday. What?